We are happily gathered to acknowledge beloved Prime Creator and the magnificence of this creation. Waking up to it daily is the gift given after the night work we do as we leave our bodily awareness to eternal consciousness night after night. Back in body, our team, our social compact, chooses daily to address what we see and feel to be the evil, either perpetrated or perpetuated by those who ignore. Through our relentless efforts, we know their ignoring is not out of ignorance, but is a determined effort to sustain their positions of authority. These persons wield their will and ignoring over anyone willing to subject themselves. We are not subjects to their will. We do not submit, yet they sit or stand behind policies set out of fear and shielded by thick glass or plastic as the front line of the oligarch's defense team. They choose to placate us with their frontline presence, expecting that we will be good and not cross their line. Now is our task to do something different, to challenge engagement face to face, to be able to hold them to a standard we know to be right and just. Their ignoring does not mean they are ignorant. We will prevail. The next how is for us to determine now. Let it be so, and so it is.
Hello, my name's Ron Vroman. I'm the old white man talking head for the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly. I have a document to read here, an instrument. It's titled Believe, Trust and Verify. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. To this bunch working on the proper solution. And then this bunch is Rocky Kumlin, Provost Marshal, the Oregon National Guard, and his number 2, Scott Peel, on the record for the U.S. Marine Corps, and the spokesman for the U.S. Marine Corps, Joshua Benson, JAG for the Marine Corps Commandant, Charlie White, William Appel, Cynthia Palmatier, Brad Wingeter, Ann Beyer, Tom Sindisall, Bobby Graves, Caprice Massey, Washington County Sheriff, Clinton Harold, Lane County Sheriff, M. Duncan, Lynn County Sheriff. Then we have Phil Dollison, Michael Stafford, Ken Jeske, Department of Corrections, Michael Kaplan, Department of Treasury, Michael Reese, Department of Corrections, Sam Shadow, Julie at the Oregon Sheriff's Association, Laura Runyon, Eric Dover, Casey Cotting, he's the supervisor or the superintendent of the Oregon State Police, Josephine County Sheriff, Tim Svensson, he's the Oregon Sheriff's Association executive, Kim Swager, Nick Hunter, Marion County Sheriff, Maurice Harmon, Internal Affairs for the U.S. Marshal Service, Christopher Jolke, U.S. Department of Navy, DONCIO, Natalie White, the Oregon Attorney General. No, the Oregon Attorney for the Department of Justice. Nicole Morrissey, Multnomah County Sheriff. Marion County Sheriff. Lisa Norris Lamke. She's the counsel for the Oregon Supreme Court. And P.K. Ruckles, and she's counsel for the Secretary of State's office. And Linda Hukari, she's the Oregon State Court Administrator. And Bill Burgess, Marion County Recorder. And Devine and Graves and John Cook, Undersheriff for Washington County, John Anderson, Oregon State Police. Angie Brand, Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. Elizabeth at the FBI, and Sam Elliott at Yamhill County, and Ellen Rosenblum, Department of Justice for Oregon. And Cheryl Myers at the Secretary of State's office, and Stephanie Clark at the archives, and Shelley Hoffman and Dexter Johnson at the Oregon legislature. He's their counsel. And Sicklin, Jackson County Sheriff. Those people were all advised. Merry Christmas in the heartfelt belief of my youth. I don't know any more now than I did then. No, really, I know some stuff, and we are very good at doing stuff. Constitutional Republican form of government on Oregon has not failed. We know where it went wrong, and we are fixing it. The Israeli Jewish form fails. The Vatican Catholic form fails. The Islamic Muslim form fails. The Protestant Christian form fails. Many other forms fail. All of our beliefs change and we move on. Article 7 amended is a failure. After 114 years, it is obvious. Original jurisdiction, a de jure constitutional Republican form of government. That's doable. So why not do it? We start every meeting with a prayer. And Charlie made a prayer before I made this recording. We cannot do all of this alone. In fact, to do it correctly, there are protocols. Just like preparing food, there are proper ways of doing the jobs we are required to do. When the bar attorney speaks, can you verify the truth? I cannot. I see all the falsities. Some are pointed out to me and some I found. When it cannot be verified, it fails. It could be true, but it does not have the supporting evidence now. It takes a while to do the work sometimes. Hurry. We have a 6-year head start on you. Our mindset, de facto over de jure. Counties count for sheriffs. States make counties. Oregon is the 33rd state among the several states, regardless of the counties. Article 1, Section 1 is true, regardless. Wait a minute. Article 1, Section 1. We declare that all men, when they form a social compact, are equal in right, that all power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their peace, safety, and happiness, and they have at all times a right to alter, reform, or abolish the government in such manner as they may think proper. We did that. The Oregon State Bar cannot support their claims. The state of Oregon, aka all cap state of Oregon, cannot support their claims. Neither the legislative, executive, or judiciary, nor the sheriffs, nor the Oregon State Police can support their claims. We still have some hope for the Oregon National Guard and for the U.S. Marine Corps. The office of sheriff is vacant in every Oregon county. It takes a proper oath and bona fides, and they have not met their own verification standards. If they have them, they would demonstrate them. Their 60-day period of the ORS 206 expires on the 17th of January, 2025. For the 9 under investigation now, the other 27 fail when they cannot support their claims when challenged. Only a proper oath and bona fides can bring them or anyone into compliance. Kol nidre. Ever heard of that? A clean slate. And I finished it off with living testimony in the form of an affidavit of truth identifying who I am and who our court is and how we got here and all of those things. And identifying full faith and credit what governing laws established to be. And not once has anybody rebutted any of these claims. And they're signed, sealed, stamped, witnessed, proof of service, and published. And I yield.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying. Then he jumps out of the car. And he's got both his hands up. And he got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, just shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I saw it. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, they shot him 3 more times.